Oh, I think it's very different. What I meant by no one is crazy is that it is so easy for people to look around at society at how other people are spending their money and saving their money and investing their money and say, why the hell would anybody do that? Why would you waste your money on this? Why would you hoard your money like that? And I actually think if you peel back the onion layer of what's going on in those people's lives, no one is really that crazy with how they spend their money or save their money. It makes sense to them in that moment. My brother-in-law is a social worker. He works with very disadvantaged kids who are abused at home, who don't have homes. And a lot of those kids, not surprisingly, do very poorly at school. They misbehave, they get in fights, they don't go to school. And it is so common for those kids that the teacher will look at those kids and say, why are you acting like this? Why don't you do the right thing? It's so obvious. And he says, there's a phrase in social work, all behavior makes sense with enough information. That if you look at what those kids are dealing with in life, it would all make sense to you, why they are misbehaving at school. And I think that's a powerful idea for a lot of things in life, that all behavior makes sense with enough information. And you can really apply it to money too, that you could easily tie how I spend my money today and save my money today based off of the experience that I've had in life, how I was raised, where I was raised, how old I am, the generation I was born into, all things that are outside of my control. And it is very common to look at people who are spending a ton of money. Well, there's a story behind that. They're spending a ton of money because they want some, for a lot of them, they want some sort of attention. They're trying to get people's attention. Maybe sometimes they're trying to cover up a hole, or maybe they are really enjoying it. People who are hoarding a lot of money, there's a story there too. They experience something that's causing them to do that. And I think that this is really important for two reasons. One, it forces you to realize that there is not one right way to manage money, to save it, to spend it. You got to figure out what works for you. And what works for me might not work for you. There's not one answer. And it's not like math. Like in math, 2 + 2 = 4 for everybody. And in money, it's like you got to figure it out for yourself. It's almost like your taste in food or your taste in music. Like, just find out what you like and do that. The other thing is I think you become less cynical about other people's decisions. And you don't spend all your day saying, look at that idiot spending their money in a stupid way. No, it's just you got to figure it out for yourself. And I think you become happier when you're a little less cynical about how other people are doing it.